Strix Scar 2 features HyperCool Pro to get the most out of its high-performance fans. Compared to regular 5-volt fans, the 12-volt fans significantly increase cooling performance. An extended cladding plate soaks up heat to avoid thermal throttling and to keep chipset power components below 90 degrees Celsius. To prolong system lifespan, the patented anti-dust cooling system expels harmful particles out of the chassis, improving dust removal rate. The special copper cooling fins are just 0.1 millimeters thin, half the thickness of regular fins, for an improved heat dissipation and reduced air resistance. The patented trapezoid cut lid improves thermal efficiency by up to 27% over traditional designs. Change fan settings by pressing the FN function key with F5, or use the Armory Crate hotkey to access 5 different fan modes with Hyperfan. Turbo mode provides the fastest fan speeds, so you can fully exploit the power of Strix Scar 2 during intense gaming. While silent mode curbs fan speed and power consumption for less demanding tasks. The balanced mode delivers stable fan performance at a moderate noise level. Windows mode gives you the default OS fan settings, or customize and even overclock fan performance with manual mode. HyperCool Pro is a cooling masterpiece that ensures stable performance and extends the system's lifespan.
The GS65 Stealth includes a plethora of ports, include USB 3.2 ports, Thunderbolt 3, mini display port, and HDMI, as well as killer Ethernet, Dyna audio speakers, and audio jacks. The GS65 Stealth comes in various configurations featuring up to an Intel i9 9880H processor and can be found with graphics options ranging from the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 16 series to the RTX 2080 Max-Q GPU, all kept cool with the help of the Cooler Boost Trinity technology. The glass mousepad is now 35% larger than previous models and is accompanied by a per-key RGB SteelSeries keyboard with lighting customization through the SteelSeries engine software. The GS65 also features a 15.6-inch Full HD 1080p anti-glare display with up to a whopping 240Hz refresh rate. The GS65 also includes a top bezel-mounted webcam, all-encompassed in a lay-flat design. Remarkably, all of these features are found in a petite form factor of only 4.19 pounds, with about a 15-inch width, 10-inch depth, and less than 0.7 inches in height when the lid is closed. This is the GS65 Stealth, built for the gamer on the go.
Hey everyone, I'm Shannon Morse, and today I got my hands on the newly announced Fall 2018 update of the Razer Blade 15. Razer has taken much of their redesign from earlier this year and precisely tuned it to a lovely finish in this new line of laptops. The new Razer Blade 15 comes in 3 different models: Base, Advanced, and a limited edition Mercury White option, all of which come with a premium design and top-notch specs. The model I have here is the base version, and its biggest differences are its solid-state and hard disk drive dual storage, the Gigabit Ethernet, which is located on the left side, and the single-zone full-key RGB chroma lighting. Razer was able to include the much-requested Ethernet by increasing the chassis size by 3mm, which also allowed them to improve the specs while keeping the cost down. The Razer Blade 15 base model still has the smallest 15.6-inch gaming laptop footprint, and it comes in at 19.9mm thin. It's built for durability and portability with a CNC aluminum chassis, a 65 watt-hour battery allowing for up to 6 hours of battery life, and it weighs approximately 4.5 pounds. It has a custom heat pipe thermal system to keep the device cool during gaming or content creation, and when I was playing Destiny 2, the laptop stayed very cool under a constant workload. The 15.6-inch screen is beautiful and it's crisp. It is a full HD at 60 Hz and 100% sRGB colors, and every display is custom calibrated at the factory. The bezels are super thin at 4.9mm, but they still manage to keep that webcam up top, which I appreciate. The Razer Blade 15 features an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 GPU with Max-Q design, an 8th gen Intel Core i7 CPU, and 16 gigs of upgradable RAM. The laptop starts with a 128 gig solid-state storage and a 1 terabyte hard drive, plus all of the ports that you would need, including full HDMI 2.0, a mini DisplayPort 1.4, USB-C Thunderbolt 3, Gigabit Ethernet, 3 USB 3.1 ports, and a headphone jack. The advanced model of the Razer Blade 15 gives users the option to step up to 144Hz refresh rates, or a 4K touch display, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070 Max-Q design graphics, and a thinner 16.8mm design. Razer also just announced a limited edition Mercury White model, which looks really great paired with their existing line of Mercury White peripherals. I gamed on the Razer Blade 15 base model for several hours to test out the specs, and I found that my gameplay looked awesome on the display, but it was also comfortable to use the keyboard and the touchpad. While the full-size arrow keys are shifted from a position that I'm used to, it did not take long to get accustomed to the new layout and hit my regular typing speeds. The glass touchpad with integrated click buttons is incredibly smooth to the touch, and it's big. The upward-facing speakers are also quite loud and clear, and the power button is again hidden within that right-hand side speaker, which gives the laptop a much cleaner look. The new Razer Blade 15 is available now, and it starts at $15.99. I'm Shannon Morse. Thanks for watching.
How's it going, guys? This is the Omen by HP 15-inch gaming laptop.
Not only are we going to be looking at the gaming side, but we're also going to be looking at the productivity side.
This actually has the latest 8th generation Intel Core i7 CPU, as well as a discrete GPU that we'll talk briefly about.
The build quality is really good. It has the Omen trademark, so mostly black with red accents, and I really like the carbon fiber material on the top as well. I love what HP did here. So check this out, guys. They put the most used ports on the sides. So on the left, you get an SD card reader, USB 3 with the headphone jack, and another USB 3 on the other side.
And then in the back, you have the majority of your ports, which is really good for cord management, in my opinion.
We also have Bang & Olufsen speakers and a RGB backlit keyboard that has some customization options.
As you can probably tell, it has backlighting as well at 4 different zones, and you can totally customize all 4 of those zones with a bunch of different colors.
So the monitor is a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display, and it has this anti-glare coating. It's also very easy to upgrade. Just remove the screws holding the back panel, and you get access to both the drives, the RAM, and the Wi-Fi card. Also down here is the 70 watt-hour battery, which will get you around 2 hours and 40 minutes with 20% battery left.
With the high-efficiency cooling design built into the Omen, we noticed that the 8750H CPU runs a little bit more cooler than most of your gaming laptops that choose for a more thinner profile and are less optimized for cooling.
It does great in games, obviously. The Omen also does great in productivity.
The premium internal components, the option to upgrade down the road, the plethora of connectivity options, as well as a pretty solid design.
I really enjoyed my week with it. I'm going to be using it obviously much more.
I think this is the best Omen laptop to date. I think that HP did a great job on this laptop.